they call it?
Well, welcome everybody. 7 o'clock this year. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and if we could all stand, pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Now just a moment in silence and prayer. Thank you. You may be seated. Oh. Start with approving the minutes from our meeting held on March 12th, 2026. I have a motion to approve on this.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. Second. All in favor? Aye. Great. All right. Moving on to the approval of the payment of bills, the general aid fund 26-96 through 20-122 in the amount of $15,109.56.
Make that motion.
Second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, general B fund 26-5 through 26-6 in the amount of $3,519.02.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. East Sidney Lake, 2611 through 2617 in the amount of $4,368.44.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Total general fund vouchers are 23,000.
Sydney Center.
Sydney Center Light, if you forget that, that's always pretty close to the same.
You should wear those pink glasses.
All right. That's 26-4, and the amount of $392.05 for total general fund vouchers are 23,000.
Make that motion.
Hold on, we need a motion for the Sydney
Yeah,
Center.
okay.
You made
I'll
it?
second.
Okay.
Okay.
Aye.
Swing with that.
Aye.
I am. Highway DA Fund 26-41 through 26-54 in the amount of $15,949.57.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. DB Fund 26-3 through 26-4 in the amount of $10,768 and 60 cents.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Total highway fund vouchers of $26,718.17. CM Hospital Fund 26-50 through 26-62 in the amount of $46,709.47.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Total vouchers paid are $96,816.71. And moving on with correspondence. See anything?
I don't, does anybody have anything?
Okay, let's move on to highway oral reports.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, I just collected $1,543
I keep saying, I think you don't want to read it, so I'm trying.
in March and March.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Cody, sorry.
We've been working to fix up a few roads that got damaged from heavy rain. Aside from that, we're still sweeping our roads and taking the snow gear off all of our trucks for our summer operations. I need the board to make a motion of approval, place an ad in the paper for our spring cleanup days. They're gonna be May 4th through the 7th. It'll be from 7 AM to 3 PM each day. And people within the town of Sidney can bring up to 20 car tires, no big truck tires. Electronics, scrap metals. I also need to make another, you guys to make another approval to award the mowing bid. The bid was for $2,332.80.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. And that's for the Sidney Center Playground and the 3 vacant properties in Sidney Center. The contractor was Demon Contracting.
How does that compare to last year? Pretty close.
like $800 cheaper.
I would thought I went the other way with it.
Price of gas.
The way they are.
So I
Is it
have,
a zero?
I have a question. Did you guys motion for the spring cleanup or just for the mowing day?
No, we did mowing.
Well, let's go back to the spring cleanup and get a motion of approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the spring cleanup for
I'll
May
second.
4th through 7th.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now I need the, mowing.
We did that. Did that, okay.
As far as the fuel bids, we're gonna wait a couple weeks and see how things look. If it's better in 3 weeks, then we'll put it back out. If not, we'll just pay a fluctuating rate until it gets better.
That's what a lot of, that's speaking with a bunch of different supervisors at the county, they're doing similar, so it's the only smart thing to do. And I think a lot of people that were even bidding this year, they were even bidding it as a flexible rate because there's so much uncertainty. So, but I'm guessing in a couple of weeks, hopefully things will settle one way or the other, so.
Yeah, a lot of towns are only getting a fluctuating rate for 3 months. It's all they would offer for now. So, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see.
But that's,
That is all I have.
great. Yeah, you've been busy with the roads right now. It's a lot of damage and a lot more than normal, I guess. It was quite a bit of rain we had there. All right, Sheila, do you have anything else report wise or?
You don't have that there?
I do not.
Let's see, well, it's the last month of taxes, which I'm excited to say, until the end of April. I've collected 81% of taxes, and the second notices have just gone out, last week. And, but all is well. That's all I got. Oh, I do want to mention something.
Sure.
This is personal, and we all have to congratulate Cody because he became a father of a baby boy. Yeah, and also, we have another thing is that Eric Wilson, our supervisor, who owns Custom Head, has been the citizen business of the year with favorite head. They love you
And
that.
they do a lot, they do a lot for the cemetery.
A lot of people. Yeah, great, great.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Cody, I forgot to, Cody mentioned last week our truck, he said we're not gonna get the ball in apparently.
Yeah, I got an update on the 10-wheeler we have on order, and they said the building date is not till January, or, sorry, December now. Supposed to be done last month.
This is what, the one you ordered 3 years ago, or 2.5 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Wow.
You're not getting it until where now, Heather?
December.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
But the price is fixed on it, right? Regardless, that's a good thing, I guess. Hopefully we'll make a few more bucks on interest, I think, for hopefully a bigger chunk of it, so. All right, let's see, moving on to highway committees, I guess. Right,
Did you mention Ferris Road?
Just so we've been working on them,
Where's it right out, isn't it?
partially there.
Yeah,
yeah, they've been working a lot there.
it's already 88, what road is it called? Yeah, and it's really a good job, you see pictures of it, I saw pictures of it, and just. That's the right bad, other than that, I don't have anything else to report on the highway, that's it for me.
Be happy when they get the rest of it done underneath 88. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's, I hope nobody ever hits that. That's, you said the county, right?
Yeah, right up the counter.
I saw them out there looking at it the other day.
Yeah.
There was 4 guys just standing there.
Yeah, hopefully, seen them last year too, so I think it's coming, so I think they're gonna address it.
They're shooting great.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll get that resolved. All right, moving on to hospital. The only thing, got really new, met with another, tenant, possible tenant, and most likely will happen in, June, so just a small room, but it all helps, so. Other than that, things are Nate's doing a good job. We're gonna have an executive session tonight to talk about roofs and some other things here tonight, that we get some big expenses coming up, so, but figure out the best way to approach that. Insurance.
We've got this thing in here, I just messaged Bill again just to see if he had any update on that. But, it was tentatively scheduled for, 21st, I believe it's a Monday. It's a Monday. Is it Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday at 10 AM, and it'll be held jointly with the village. The only thing he was waiting on was, he was just trying to coordinate a space with Ray, the mayor,
Okay,
about where we could do it.
how much space does it need? Can we do it here or? is it-
Probably good, yeah, I mean, he was just getting options, so if you can't find anything, I'll also do it here.
Okay.
Just. You got everyone to come in.
They're doing downstairs first, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know how many people were.
Seating there's probably a little bigger there, but I don't know how many people will actually be there total, but do you have a count yet or?
I mean, we're all supposed to do it at some point. We don't necessarily have to go to that thing there, but he tries to get everybody in one shot if they can. So, you know, if there's any stragglers, you know, we'll see, but, I think the village might have more employees technically than we do. So we'll see. And then there was something yesterday. Were you guys able to go to that?
Yeah,
Frank and I.
risk management.
Okay, yeah, how did that work
Talk
out?
about that.
Uh-huh.
And
It was really good.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
very informational.
All right, great, thank you. All right, zoning and planning.
Molly,
Any paper?
yeah, I'm gonna read the assessor's report. I'm gonna read this the way it was sent to us. Data collection and field operations. The assessor's office is pleased to report that we are making significant progress with our current data collection initiatives. Field reviews and property inventory updates are proceeding according to schedule. Interdepartmental cooperation, we would like to extend our professional thanks to Dan Wilbur for his assistance in providing building permits. This cooperation has greatly streamlined our administrative process and enhanced our ability to navigate our field duties effectively. On the second one here, deputies and public assistance, public outreach, our office remains dedicated to taxpayer assistance. We have been actively distributing STAR program information and guidance to all residents who have visited the office with inquiries. Exemption processing. We are currently in the final stages of reviewing and processing the following: agricultural and forest exemptions and senior citizen property tax applications. Number 3 here, personal and board updates. BAR, Board of Assessment Review. We would like to formally thank the town board for the appointment of Jay Marinas to the Board of Assessment Review, ensuring that the board is fully seated for the upcoming season. Number 4, legal requirements. Public notification. Please be advised that official legal notices will be published this spring. These notices will formally outline the specific dates and deadlines regarding the upcoming changes to the assessment roll. Venus Day 2026 is the second Thursday after the fourth Tuesday in May, in compliance with the law enacted last year by the town board. Number 5, technology. The Assessor's Office would like to thank Muratech for assistance getting Adobe Pro for the assessor's computer, but also expressed a concern about the proposed IPS update to the computers and worry that processing speeds will slow down and connections to the county server will suffer, leading to an inability to update property records and assessments. Respectfully submitted, Penny Haddad and Gina Smith. Other than that, we still have comprehensive plan meetings an hour before the planning and zoning meeting, and it's going along real well. Along those lines, I'd like to say that I have been in contact with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on walking trails at the dam. I'm now to the third layer of management now. The first layer, the second layer, I'm not third layer now, waiting for the fourth layer to find out what we can and cannot do and if we can do it at all. So it's in the works anyways, so let's keep it in everybody's mind, because it'd be great for the birders too. That's it for planning and zoning.
Sure. All right, Sidney Link.
Okay, another report to read. John's on vacation this week, so he's recreational manager, John Nolan. Operations, we have successfully installed 20 of the 21 new RV electrical panels and water lines throughout the front overflow section. One panel is on back order and should arrive shortly. During a recent windstorm, 2 trees fell on the pavilion, damaging the roof. The framework was damaged and repaired in-house. That was a mess too, I saw that. The Carpenters Union workday will be April 25th, and they will help install a new metal roofing that was damaged and finish cleanup throughout the park. We've been cleaning up a lot of debris from the removal of the dead ash trees and the high water levels mid last month. I've ordered 3 new 86-gallon water pressure tanks for our water system, and we'll be deplumbing them to meet the requirements of New York State Department of Health per our previous water system inspection next couple of weeks. As of April 1st, all but 5 of last year's seasonal campers are returning, and I will be reaching out to the individuals that are waiting a seasonal campsite. We are on track to open Friday, May 1st for seasonal campers to move in. Required. DEC transport report and renewal documentation was emailed in mid-March, waiting for renewed permit. I think that's for transporting waste. Monthly water samples will start in May and continue through September. Thank you, John Nolan. That's all I have for, but that pavilion was damaged heavily. It really was, and the guys took it on and fixed it, so they do a great job there. They really do.
Is it full this year? Well, yeah. I'm assuming so full. Good. Well, it's raining around, it's take the rest, actually get them. So, all right, moving to
Oh, I forgot one thing.
Sorry.
I got my notes here. The corporate risk management we took, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later on, but one thing was they have a playground inspection checklist that we wanna have, it's for insurance purposes also, and keep kids safe, and it was pretty interesting, the whole, thing on playgrounds and hazards and stuff, so we'll be, giving those back to John and to, whoever runs the park in Sidney Center. Okay, I'm done.
I'm sure.
Thank you. All right, finance, actually, everything is in good shape. We just had, one, CD that just renewed here a week ago and just did a short term 3 months, because right now the way it looks like the rates could swing the other way, so it was the best, and the rates were the same for the 3 month as it was a 6 month, so it just made the most sense. And speaking with people in the county, you get a pretty good idea of where rates are and so forth, and it's all, everybody's what they, yeah, it's like 3.15, I think, per municipal, so it's lower than the traditional scene, but it's still a lot better than what it was 5 years ago. So, IT.
Yeah, I got a few things here. Did they respond to you? Yeah, what's that? For the elevator cellular service? That's what she was gonna try to find out. All right, so I had a long-winded conversation with the Homeland Security last week regarding cybersecurity. And what they're suggesting is, I think we spoke about this a few months ago, is to run CloudStrike on the servers and the desktops in here. I'm not a big CloudStrike fan. What that does, it protects you from, ransomware, viruses, and it's pretty much an endpoint protection software. It's gonna be placed with, Edmunds Gov has on it right now. We should probably take that bill down.
And this is it, what, is there a charge for it, or?
It's free. This is government driven. And we're gonna have for municipalities. So I did a motion to let this happen.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Are we doing?
Sure. Keep the bad guys out.
We're keeping the bad guys out with cyber.
Okay,
It's, security, internet.
I second it.
He
Yes,
seconded
he
it.
already did. No, you motioned, you seconded.
All in favor?
I just want to be clear, like you said, it's not any
There's no charge.
charge, and it's just similar to what we have now, or it's like an additional.
It's weird, right now we have it through Edmunds.gov, which once we do it through them, that'll.
That's it.
Question. I took the course for, fishing. PS, it was Pete, that fishing.
It's April.
They said there was a fishing button on the computer.
There's a fishing button on the computer.
There is?
There is?
There
No,
is.
they said,
There
the
is?
course said there was.
You have to little rock.
In the course, there's a button that pushes it. to stop. I don't never see, I never saw that.
Yeah, I think we both took, I don't know, did anybody take the, cybersecurity?
It was online.
Did you take it?
I didn't take it, I think.
I have
I
a
did
certificate. Where's the book?
We should send in the certificate so you can, because I think that's like a
I got
couple
it.
hours, yeah.
Okay.
There's no one, what are we gonna talking about? Also for ESL, I'm gonna actually drive, I hate this, but I'm gonna drive down to B and H in the city this week to go pick up his wireless access points, because they have them. Nobody else has them at B and H, so I'm gonna drive down there and go pick them up this week.
So that BH photo, so.
And, one other thing, I wanna adopt an IRP, which is an incident response plan for our technology here, and basically what that is if anything goes on within the network, the IRO is notified that we have to also appoint. And then they actually grade it to see if it's a threat, or just a virus or ransomware or something that we really should be concerned about. I will send a copy of this to everybody, but I was actually working on this today. So we need to assign an IRO. Who do you want that to be?
You're the expert.
Well, isn't that a plethora of joy and happiness?
You get a pay raise for that?
It was 10%, still not a lot. Who's that? So taking a motion to adopt this agreement.
So is that a resolution you're
It's not
making?
a resolution, it's an adoption, it's just an adoption.
Okay.
It's an adoption agreement. I'll make a motion to
Is that
adopt.
kind of tie in with this?
No, that's completely different. This is basically.
Just so you have,
It's a way of recording what's going on in the network, that's all. So if Sheila gets a virus, we'll look at it, analyze it, so
no, it's good. I always have to call my brother-in-law and I work with it. It's,
we're just pulling it out.
that's right.
Once again,
Yeah, second it.
all in favor?
Can I see it?
And then don't you need to make a motion for you to be the contact
Yeah.
person for if somebody does?
That's wonderful.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that one.
All in favor?
Right.
You're abstaining?
Abstain. Aye.
I'll be likely to, yes. You know what you're doing with that, so.
Greek to most of all.
I hate it. It's like the handiwork of the devil. And what else do I have here? Oh, yeah, that's it. Hold on.
Is there a fax machine that we got working in the
I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming it was, it is.
But it really wasn't, it was the
This is power. supply.
outside phone line. right?
No, it's power.
Was it?
It's power, yeah, because when I put the EPS in, I haven't got yelled at,
So
so.
you did put one in there?
Yeah, I put one in. So it seems to be happy.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either, so I didn't know where it was
Yeah, that's, no news is good.
I have a question.
What?
What's the equipment on the desk in the council chambers?
That's for him. That's for his, that's a little, mini PC to connect to, the internet so he can see the cameras on a bigger screen.
Okay.
So.
at. I
I'll
got
get
to
it,
look on the website now to see the cameras, I just wanted to where I can see them.
I'll get it going for you, sweet.
All right, moving on, Kevin.
I'm still waiting for Kevin to, make a motion.
Make a motion?
Yeah, no,
You
just-
want- are you- yeah, nay for the.
Oh, I'm just gonna abstain, I mean, I
Okay.
didn't see it until just now, so.
All right, so you're into grants now.
Sure, so I'm trying to get this New York Place grant going for the Sydney Center Park. To add some additional play structures and other kinds of things that they need. Had a meeting with Mike Saletti from what was the City Center Improvement Group. Now it's the Upwards Collective to get them involved in whatever the process could be, because there were so many things. They already were the ones that have revamped the park a few years ago. So, they were the obvious choice to, just get them involved, and also anybody else that wanted to be involved too. Mike said that, Craig from Jess House had helped out. He said that, Finch had helped out last time with different kinds of things. So I called them up too, and just to give them a heads up that we were trying to do something. And, I didn't have any real details right now, but, they were on board, they offered their, nominal support, at least initially. There is a lot we have to do for it, so I do wanna, schedule a public hearing for May, because there is kind of like a bit of a time crunch. It's technically due the third week in June, and we will have a June meeting before it's due. But because there's, kind of a lot of public decision making that needs to take place, I thought it best to do it early. So I would like to have, I mean, you can have two public hearings too, it's no big deal, but like, and, it's not gonna be some extensive thing, but
No, it's fine.
so I do wanna have that, and then as soon as I get more information, like I just got an email from Mike today about, met with the group. They got a bunch of ideas. I didn't have time to like process it for everybody for the meeting. But I will, as we start going along, I'll try to put as much out as I can, either on my Facebook page or wherever, so that people can, take part, especially people from Sidney Center, hopefully. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So I need to make a motion to do the public hearing next week, next board meeting, which is May 14th, I believe.
Will this include, repairing the creek that runs down alongside it, or?
No. There's not much we can do with like the actual creek work, because that's like heavily regulated. I mean, obviously it washes out in the walkway, like Cody had fixed some of the areas last year, that had gotten flooded over into there. But we could do that, but there's certain things we can and can't do. So basically the idea was, there's a place grant there, this is exactly what it's for, so I figured, why not, we can get some extra play structures and do some other kinds of things that they need to do there anyway. And the match for the town is 20%. So, yeah, something else I should mention, the match for the town is 20%, but it can be in-kind things that have to be straight money. So like if Cody helps with the highway department, we can count all those hours. And actually, even the things he did last year, because the time clock started last April. So all the stuff that he did last fall, we can actually count that as, man hours and money towards this 20% match. So I'm hoping that we can get it down where the town really doesn't have to pay that much, or maybe even nothing, but they probably have to pay something. But maybe not that much compared to like the work that we can do there to make it nicer, so.
What is the dollar amount you're looking to do?
Well, so there's a minimum $100,000 for the thing, so the town at the minimum will be responsible for $20,000. Again, it could be in-kind match, so, a lot of things that people do, and it doesn't have to just be that too, it can be other. Like the other people helping out, whatever, it doesn't have to be, just from us specifically, but, and those are the kind of details that we have to work out. You have to have the whole project first, there's so many decisions, that's like the minimum amount, which is something kind of around for us to like get one decent sized play structure, put in whatever kind of mulch area or something, there's other kinds of things that need to take place. It's not hard to hit 100K with what we need to do anyway. And then, so again, maybe money wise, the town might be in it for $5,000 or something like that, I'm hoping. We'll see how it works out, and then, see if anybody wants to do it or not, but
Okay,
that's the idea.
all right. So you need a motion, I'll make the motion.
You made it, who's that, you making the motion? You asking?
Yeah.
Or you make the motion.
I'll make the
second
motion
it.
to the public hearing,
Okay.
May 14th, for the
Okay.
New York Place grant.
I'll second it.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
All in favor?
All right.
Great. Great. Let's see, what's the second one here, to you, so,
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was just kind of just an update, I'm looking for other avenues for funding. So I met with somebody else from Josh Riley's office who's like more, connected with, federal funding options. So that was a really great meeting, actually, and hopefully she'll be able to get me in touch with the right people for, whatever kinds of things come along.
great. When will we start on that, when you tried that tree?
Oh, yeah, so, sorry, Charles Bailey did just email me today about that. We don't have to do that till June,
Okay,
so I'll bring it up at the next meeting.
okay,
But, you know, that was what we did last year, so he just changed the, you know, dates for this year on it, and it's basically the same kind of thing. They were the ones that, they pay for it too, they put it out and everything, so we don't have to do that in the paper. But we do have to have the public hearing, and we'll do it in June.
okay, good.
Quick question, have you reached out to the Tiandera Foundation in Unadilla?
Mhm.
Okay, well, I can send you
Oh,
the
great,
information.
sure. Yeah, anything that comes along. And also for your project too, if you wanna, whenever you get the quotes for the rest of the stuff, just send it along, and then I always still have something.
Are there anything specific, and do you guys do your own on cemeteries and what have you as far as grants and what have
We
you?
can't, we're not eligible for grants because we are a working cemetery.
Okay,
You know, we sell lots, we have burials. So we are a 501c13.
oh, not, okay,
So we are not for profit at all. And so we're not allowed to apply for grants, because that's how we initially started when I first took over, asking for, and then somebody said, stop, we can't get those grants because what you're classified as or something. And so we still have burials, even though last year we only had 31 burials in the cemetery. How are you gonna support a cemetery with 31 burials?
is it always been there, that legal status, or
Yeah.
and is it
As
ever,
long as I know.
could it be, does it make sense to change, or do you guys, is it that?
I don't know if you can in New York. I've always been to the cemetery board meetings, the New York State ones. And everybody in there is, unless like Walton's not. But they're, I think, privately owned or something. So the woman that runs the office, she gets paid.
Hmm.
You know, but we don't get paid for anything. You're not allowed. You're not even allowed gas money or anything. You're allowed nothing. So, and we're not allowed grants or anything. But I used to work for Bob Gibson, who has the Tiandera Foundation, and he does a lot of support. He actually donated towards the chapel.
Okay.
So I'll let you know.
Thanks.
I'll give you this information. Yep.
Any progress on that, or?
On the chapel?
Yeah,
Yes.
great,
I do.
okay. We can, do you wanna do that now, or over
Well,
here?
let's
We'll
just-
give it just a minute, and I'll have to, let me speak in, sorry.
Two more things here, DCO, pretty quiet month, and everything was okay with that, so, I mean, not much to say there.
Okay,
Justice, the only thing that, as we see here, spoken with Judge Ruling, and she just mentioned, you know, offhand that because of disclosures, you know, we might see a little dip in the traffic, program that we have, you know, the numbers that we get, but nothing we can do. And it wasn't closed that long, so I think at first they thought it was gonna be closed a bit longer than that, but we should be okay. That's it.
that was crazy when I first heard about that, I thought, everybody's fine. But, yeah, some, unfortunately, nobody got hurt this time.
Yeah.
All right, see, new business, unfinished business, we're not, business.
Not unless you do.
Oh, man.
Kevin, you can join, but we have unfinished business that you put in there.
Yeah, I just put that in there, I mean, just again, just as a news thing, they're ready, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, with
You know,
the
what the details are.
installation.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's done.
All right.
Now it's my.
You're up.
I was just trying to help you out, so.
This here is the electrician who we finally got to work on the chapel. If you need any work, he's great. He's a certified electrician. He actually donated his time.
Oh, great.
He was there twice. He donated, somebody had stolen the copper ground wire that comes out of the box down, yes. So he donated the wire. He hooked it to the building more securely, so hopefully it doesn't get stolen again. He's also the town code enforcer for Masonville. But he's been great, and NICEAG is on it now to turn it on. The inspection's been done.
Terrific.
So we're getting the lighting done. He's gonna work on lighting for us to light the building up safely. You know, and the round windows at the top, they need separate lighting. So he's gonna work on that for us too. And he said, well, if I charge you anything, it'll be a small fee, not much.
If you need any lighting, let me know. I have a lot that I've got a bunch of LEDs indoor and outdoor, so I. Be happy.
Okay.
to,
Well, it takes a village, right, or a town? You know, and so, I mean, we expected to pay him, he come, and he said no, that he wasn't
very
gonna
nice.
charge us,
Great.
so, you know, and, so we didn't know if you'd made a decision on the sidewalk.
I don't know if it came up, I know we were certainly all in favor of it, but when we come out of executive session, we'll see if we can firm up the dollar amount. But we're.
You have my number? Can you call me
Yeah, let me get it right now.
before I commit to getting it fixed.
Sure.
I have it too.
Okay.
Sure. You got it, okay.
I have it in my office, unless you wanna put it out
That's
there.
fine. That's fine. And, I'm gonna go to the village board meeting on Monday. I'm on their agenda
Okay,
to ask, but somebody said they were gonna try to do down by the Veterans Park. So I don't know if they will fund us any or not this year,
okay.
but it worked great. And, Janice was just saying that it was so nice this winter with the new sidewalk. You know, to be able to walk.
Having to jump hurdles over each of these.
Yeah, so, but that's,
Have you gotten any firm quotes on it so far, or?
it's supposed to be coming in
Anytime.
anytime. They should-
Okay.
We were hoping to have it today. They said that we'd have it today, but we haven't received. it.
Gotcha. We know at the hospital, we had a couple, they were all fairly close. It was right here, in town too.
Well, we're not prevailing wage.
Yeah, but they were real reasonable. The guy in Guilford there and
Yep,
plumbing.
that's who- Yep,
And then,
he did ours, yep.
and what's the?
Leave our.
Yeah, they were real reasonable actually as well, so.
Jason Fleming did it last year, and we reached out to him to see, you know, if we could get another bid.
Mhm.
So it's either do the 230 or the 430, you know, feet of it. It just depends on what it comes in at and what the cemetery can afford.
230, or what was the other thing?
230 or 430 to complete it. The total is 430 to complete all the old and move it away from the fence.
Okay,
Now, there's that section that continues on going, that's also kind of messed up, it's actually even more messed up than your stuff, that's right by the fence area, you know what I'm talking about? You're heading out of town,
Mhm.
like where the fence ends, just after that.
Oh, that belongs
Really
to that
section.
house on
It's
Orchard.
It's the houses?
It's the house, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because when you own a corner lot, you own,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So ours.
I was wondering if that was included in your measurement or not, because that part was like the worst part, honestly.
No, that belongs to the house on Orchard
Oh,
Street.
no, okay.
Yeah, so,
great. Well, that's, I mean, we can announce it, you guys gotta do that tonight. When we come out of executive session, it's like, giving the exact dollar amount, I guess, and.
okay, so you want me to sit here? Okay.
If you don't, we'll, I mean, we're gonna be
No, I have to.
super long, just hospital things. Huh? No.
And if we could, if,
I mean, and if you don't wanna, we can certainly call you afterwards, cause that's fine, if it ends up being long, you don't have to stay.
and maybe if I could talk with you about cameras.
Sure.
Because we just found 13 flag plaques that go on the rods that hold the American flags that were stolen. They took the plaques and they hid them at the cemetery. And they took the rods, must be. So, yeah, so I just had to pick up those plaques and put them in, but I don't know how many have totally gone missing. And so I did talk to Sidney PD, because I need to file a report just for the record. And they said, the best thing is to try to get cameras,
Yeah, makes sense.
but it's a big cemetery.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we could even cover. You know, we can only cover like by the office or
Well, there's drones flying around it.
Yeah.
24/7, the neighbors will love it. So, but yeah, I'm not a computer person. That's what I said when I took over at the cemetery. I said, I will try, but I'm not the best at computer work. So that's my, you know.
We're two volunteers,
We'll just go.
So we got cameras.
So next we'll go to comments from the floor and then we'll go into
Thank you.
executive session. Thank you. No comments? Yes, sir.
I was just wondering,
if you had any idea when the county might be putting up their horse and buggy signs around Sidney Center.
I don't know, but I can, have you heard anything or? I can find out.
Cody's got his up, state's got theirs up, county's dragging their feet.
I will ask him next meeting. He's actually from Sydney, so I'll reach out with it. Bill Thomas's son, right? Yeah, I'll find that out for you.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Well then, did you find out anything more about that funding for older, lower income people for their houses?
Yeah, so that's what we got denied for.
Yeah,
And
right.
then, so I had, I thought I mentioned it last meeting, but we had a meeting with the person from the state, or department that's in charge of that.
Good.
And, I mean, it was very disheartening for like the reasons of why they denied it, because they were, very easily answerable questions, that things that like they probably should have known anyway. And I really don't, it's very bizarre, you know,
I
and
have a friend that is from Bainbridge, and she got it
yeah,
last year, and I guess Unadilla got it
yeah,
too.
yeah,
And she said they had to be pretty aggressive as far as the people that were gonna benefit from that had to keep,
Yeah.
you know, get
Well-
involved in it.
that's one of the things, is you kind of just have to keep knocking on their door, so we're gonna try to get this year.
Okay.
You know, I met with the person from that department, and like I said, I met with, Kate Favre last week, or 2 weeks ago, from Josh Riley's office, and I was telling her about the experience, and, you know, she wasn't gonna have me that either, but she did give me some other options of things that we can do. Because the Appalachian Regional Commission, they also provide similar kinds of funding opportunities. So we might be able to do like a pilot program with 4 to 5 houses, you know, a lot of it is too, is like, they wanna see, unfortunately, you know, they look at what you've done in the past, so when you're just starting out to get stuff, you don't have something to show them about it. And that wasn't the whole thing, that's just one part of it, you know, cause I know like a lot of places around here also don't have anything, so, but they got it, like, they're doing about it. And so, I don't know, actually, I was actually gonna say that too. One of the things that's good, like, they make the grant committee, is because one of the things that they said was, we were unsure about the town's, involvement in the process, like the grant, administration process. I was like, okay, but one thing that's good for this year, that now we have this, and we can say, okay, well, we have a whole committee dedicated to this exact kind of thing, so there's no reason for them to say that, you know, we're not gonna be involved in any way or whatever, so. All right.
Is it not fair? Would like Bainbridge or Unadilla be willing to help?
Fields and notes.
No, it's just with the municipality, so. No opportunities. Oh, no, Delaware Opportunities is doing that for us. And they do their own things for the county, but this would be specifically for.
And I requested in my emails.
Alright. Sorry.
We report. Okay. We're going in.
Yes, I guess we will go into executive session. Thank you for coming. You're welcome to stay, and hopefully we won't be too long. Motion to go into executive session.
Got it.
Aye.
I think my favorite.
Oh, you guys turned it up? Right now.
Prove $100 to put it on the.
We have to make sure that you have, I mean, our procurement policy, but we probably because it's gonna go on a credit card or somehow we're gonna,
So it's gonna come out of the hospital, so.
well, even though it doesn't have anything to do with the taxpayers' money, you always just wanna be a little protocol, I guess, to make sure that all
I
our.
mean, this is just like a public
We-
announcement.
Yeah.
Something like.
And you know the site, have to get it to me.
Okay.
Most come out of executive session.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we will try to summarize here real quick. So for the cemetery, I'd like to make a motion that we, donate, $3,000 towards the sidewalk efforts. Do I have a second?
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right,
Carry.
Thank you, cool,
You're welcome.
thank you.
but not every year now, this is a one-time deal.
What did you last
You've been
year?
full-
But, and the lights is
What
on,
did
I
I do
know
it
you
this
need
year?
to know.
Gonna come back next year?
Well, as soon as we get the quotes for Cinema, because I wanna see if we can get other funding somewhere else, you know. Then not just from the town, but maybe from wherever. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the village and beg there, then.
Oh, don't forget to send me that first.
Yes. And if I don't, just text me.
Okay.
Thank you all.
All right.
Everybody
Tell
say
them it's fair, tell them we give you more, no answer, you know?
It's going to be in the paper and it's in the video. Okay.
All right,
We shot ourselves.
for certainly for a good cause.
Yes, it was. Okay.
Now we got estimates for number one, dealing with the emergency on the front of the building here with our oil tank. We're gonna get that,
The oil thing?
yes, make a motion that we move forward. We don't have final numbers, but it's gonna be, they're gonna allow us to do a portion of it, to dig it up and so forth. It'll be under.
They gave me one price, but I asked them if we did the digging, they're sending me back a different price, so.
And that's in the minutes, it's an emergency thing, so
Yeah.
I second it.
But are we going to put a cap or how much do we know?
It's,
Right now, it's 7,600, where it's gonna come in lower, we're hoping.
But we'll just put it, the motion for
it's most
the,
likely gonna be under 5, yeah.
yeah, so, okay. I'll do that, so we know that it's in there.
All in favor? Unfortunately, it's not a lot of companies do it.
Aye.
Right, yeah,
So do we get all eyes on that?
Yes.
we got all right, yep.
Okay,
Got
and
all eyes.
then
Cross our Ts.
also,
Putting the roofs out to the,
and then unless we wanna do the insulation, we already did that, so.
well, no, we got it approved. What did we say, 5,000, if we said, or whatever?
So we're going to make an emotion to buy the insulation, which will be under 5,000 for the section over DNB cause the insulation is very poor up in the roof here, so.
Okay, so you're motion it,
Yeah.
and who's seconding it?
Paul.
Okay, well, so you did the donation for the cemetery and you both are doing the motion for the insulation.
And
Forward.
Kevin's pricing insulation out of a couple of places.
Okay. All right, but I put it like $5,000, okay. If we come under, that's fine, but, okay,
So we got the right, put it in the paper for up there, right?
That's the last part now.
No, we have to do the
Yeah,
hospital.
that's what I'm trying.
We ain't there yet.
So then the last is the hospital. We're gonna, actually, we had a company in Whitney Point come and write up a spec. Analyze it. They've done one of the sections of the roof, what'd you say, 12 years ago, I guess.
In 2012.
Yeah, so anyhow, they wrote specs. We'd like to make a motion to put that out for bid and we're also gonna post it through some sort of online bid service as well.
Yeah, just email them just now, so.
Okay,
Make that motion.
all in favor?
so you motioned it,
Yeah.
Eric, and then Paul seconded it?
Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know,
Something
that's what I'm
like
asking.
Yes,
You made the motion, or you
Yeah.
said you're looking for a motion?
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay,
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Carry.
How's everybody doing, good?
is that, everybody said aye?
Any questions? Any answers? No? Yeah,
Okay,
The sidewalk people are happy,
everybody's happy.
everybody's happy.
everybody's happy. Okay, is that it?
That is it.
Most to adjourn.
Apologize that it took longer. Paul was.
Who's the second one for motion to adjourn?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All in favor.
Aye.
No, Paul's fault.
I
He
stated
said-
that after the 45-minute executive session, it was 45 minutes.
There it goes, 7:40 when you went in.
Yeah.
We do it,
Somebody is-
Next time, take 20 minutes.
What's that?
All right.